Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he... Got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here comes Westbrook. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Yeah, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
For a Jaguar.
33 yards that time.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Jaguars 35. Buccaneers.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 16-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 9 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's caught by Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
11 yards there, first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He's going to look deep down the field. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
The tackle made by Myers.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Buccaneers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
Conversion.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded. So
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
He'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
53 yards. First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll make it third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
42.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost.
He's got it at the 15. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.